Hello geometers, and welcome to the review video here. And I've posted the review answers already. You got to be careful with the numbering because it might be a little bit off, but all of the answers are there. Now in this video I am going to complete this proof here that shows how to use CPCTC in a proof. And we're asked to show that RU is congruent to SU. So that's how our proof is going to finish. When you write a proof, it's kind of counterintuitive, but we always want to start by writing the last step. And that's going to be that RU is congruent to SU. And the strategy here is that we're going to try to show that these two triangles are congruent, SVU and RTU. Okay. And if these two triangles can be congruent, then this statement must be true by CPCTC. Corresponding parts of congruent triangles are congruent. Okay. So that means my second to last step is going to have to be that triangle RTU is congruent to triangle SVU. RTU is congruent to SVU. Now I don't know how that is yet. I'm not really sure how it's really going to work, but I know that I have probably enough information to make it happen. And so now I know that this is my new job here in this problem is to prove that this is true. So we're going to look into the picture and see what we can find, anything that's given. So the first thing that we can see here is that angle R and angle S are in fact congruent. So that's already given, so that's really nice. And I'm going to highlight this with an A here so that we know that I have an angle already. And then you can see in the picture that angle 5 and angle 6 are vertical angles, so those as well must be congruent. Because they're vertical angles. Okay. Now the last thing that I need is a side. Okay, we cannot prove triangle congruence using 3 angles, so we need some other side. And it's just so nice that this is set up for us that if you look at this triangle here, triangle UTV, we have the base angles being congruent. And since the base angles are congruent, the sides must also be congruent as well. So I can say that TU is congruent to VU, and this is the converse of base angles, or the base angles converse theorem. Okay. If you're not familiar with these theorems, you should look back into your notes. We definitely discussed them and we proved them. So this is an S, a side that I get here. So this triangle here is congruent. Now we have to be really careful. Just because it says SAA doesn't mean that's the reason. We have to look at the picture. So we have an angle up here that was R and S, then an angle down here that's 5 and 6, and that finally this side is the red length here, UV and UT. So that's angle, angle, side. Okay, angle, angle, side, not side. Well, I guess it doesn't really matter. Sorry, I want to make a point. It's not angle, side, angle. These are two different reasons. Okay, side angle, side angle is when the side connects the other two. Angle, angle, side is actually the correct answer here. Okay, because we have an angle here, another angle, and then a side. The congruent side does not connect these two. Okay, so there you have it, a proof of these two segments being congruent using CPCTC. And if you kind of reflect a little bit on the proof, you can see that we started at the end, then we wrote the second to last step, and then we try to find reasons to make this statement true. So you should practice doing these types of proofs, especially the stuff on 4.6, and then I would also review these particular proofs that we did as part of the notes. Thank you for watching, and have a wonderful day.